And in this story, the New York Post looks at the uproar over that bad blizzard forecast. New York City got less than half of the snow it expected. Many people are grumbling that the city shut down for nothing. Jim Axelrod is here to show us how forecasters and local officials are trying to explain themselves. Jim, good morning.
Forecasters in New York and New Jersey apologized Tuesday after the so-called storm of the century turned out to be a little less than historic. Blizzard warnings led officials to close schools and roads, even the subways, which millions rely upon, and has a lot of people here asking if New York wasn't a little too prepared. The city of 8 million sprung back to life in, well, a New York minute after the blizzard that wasn't.
Life-threatening storm.
Winter storm Juno.
Epic, historic, record-breaking snowmageddon.
As you can see, our great city still stands.
The storm, while powerful, ended up tracking 50 to 100 miles further east than the preferred weather model predicted. As a result, New England and Long Island got nailed. But Manhattan, which was forecast to receive up to 2 feet of snow, ended up with less than 10 inches. Ahead of the storm, local and state officials were quick to issue warnings.
Most likely one of the largest snowstorms in the history of this city.
Only to find themselves on the defensive after essentially shutting down the city.
You can't be a Monday morning quarterback on something like the weather.
I think it was a bit overrated in what they say. Closing subways down was a bit too far.
Striking a balance between storm prediction and preparedness has been a challenge for the state of New York. Last November, the city of Buffalo and Governor Andrew Cuomo were caught off guard by a monster storm.
Sometimes the prediction turns out to be more or less accurate, and that's the nature of the beast.
This will stick with Governor Cuomo. This will stick with Mayor de Blasio. There's a sense that, they ended up causing a lot of inconvenience, a lot of economic loss in a way they didn't have to.
While Mayor de Blasio and Governor Cuomo remained unapologetic, National Weather Service meteorologist Gary Zetkowski tweeted this very public mea culpa about his misleading forecast. That apology came as a surprise to WCBS chief weathercaster Lonnie Quinn.
I've been doing this job since 1997. I've never seen an issued apology from anyone associated with the National Weather Service.
In a conference call with reporters, the director of the National Weather Service defended his agency's forecast, but admitted there is room for improvement.
What we learned from this storm is we all need to improve how we communicate forecast uncertainty.
The National Weather Service knew this was going to be a complicated storm to predict, but that didn't come across since most of the forecasts emphasized the worst-case scenario. That's something they say needs to change going forward.